In my late 20s and early 30s, I started earning a good income as a financial advisor. Unfortunately, this success led me down a dangerous path. I fell in with a bad crowd, and soon I was caught up in a lifestyle of heavy drinking, cocaine use, and eventually, morphine. As I spiraled deeper into this world, I grew distant from my best friend, whom I'll call Ben. One day, Ben invited me to his 4-year-old daughter's birthday party at his house. It seemed like an attempt to reconnect and patch things up between us. However, I had been having a particularly stressful week and completely forgot about the party until my phone reminded me. At the time, I was with my other friends, indulging in our usual habits. My friend Chad had just gotten a new bottle of an oral morphine solution, which I had never tried before. I decided to give it a shot, but after an hour, I felt nothing. Assuming it was a dud, I called an Uber to Ben's party, not wanting to risk driving under the influence. As soon as I arrived at Ben's house, the morphine began to take effect. At first, it felt amazing. The music sounded incredible, and I felt incredibly relaxed. However, I soon realized I needed to use the bathroom, as morphine often caused stomach issues for me. While sitting on the toilet, the drug hit me like a freight train. My mouth became unbearably dry, and my body felt like it was melting into a state of euphoria. I kept repeating to myself, "This is amazing," over and over. At some point, I slumped over and fell face first onto the bathroom floor. I have no idea how long I lay there, but I was eventually brought back to reality by Ben's wife knocking on the door, asking if I was okay. I mumbled that I was fine, but my speech was slurred and incoherent. Realizing I had been in the bathroom for far too long, I tried to stand up, but my legs were shaking uncontrollably, and my body felt impossibly heavy. After what felt like an eternity, I managed to unlock the door and stumble into the main room. What happened next is a blur, but I'll never forget the looks of horror on everyone's faces, Ben, his wife, his parents, and the other guests. I looked down and realized my pants were down, and I was completely exposed. One of the children screamed, and in my drug-induced state, I shouted, "Shut up, you little brat!" at a 5-year-old. The room erupted in chaos. I don't remember much after that. I recall Ben driving me home, with me begging him to stop at McDonald's like a child. When he refused, I threw a tantrum, crying and whining. During the drive, Ben lectured me about how much I had changed and how far I had fallen. He was right. I had become a shadow of the person I once was. I feel an overwhelming sense of guilt for ruining his daughter's birthday party, potentially traumatizing the children and forcing Ben to take care of me on what should have been a joyful day. I've decided to quit all drugs and focus on rebuilding meaningful relationships. I've apologized to Ben, but he wants nothing to do with me, and I don't blame him. I feel like the biggest failure and scumbag, but I'm determined to turn my life around.